What a shock! While you shelter in place, streets are empty, and the crooks, well, they're having a field day. Commercial burglaries are up almost 20%. While small business folks go broke, the thieves are getting rich.
We're going to have a crime bomb in Harris County.
So what did Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo do? She started releasing jail inmates, including more burglars.
We spotted another man released under Hidalgo's order. The one-finger salute, though, told us he didn't want to talk.
Houston area lawmen may be wearing masks these days, but they're clearly up in arms.
Enough is enough, and quite frankly, we are not going to let this happen in the darkness.
A criminal district judge stopped the release for now. But even if County Judge Hidalgo empties the entire jail, she won't be the Harris County politician who gets the prize for giving so many burglars so many more chances to steal again. She will. Harris County's District Attorney Kim Ogg, talking tough to the cameras when she's surrounded by law enforcement.
All of us recognize that the public deserves protection, that crime victims should have a voice.
After all, it was the heart of her campaign for office.
And I want to say we must never forget that crime victims are the only unwilling participants in the justice system.
But since Kim Ogg has been the chief law enforcement officer in our town, more than 22,000 criminals have been given the chance to just wipe away their convictions on their record by simply promising to behave. It's called deferred adjudication.
Is insanity. And it's got to stop, but people are already dying. So at what point do you say enough is enough?
Mark Stevens used to investigate corrupt politicians when the Houston Police Department was still allowed to do that stuff. Now, as a private investigator, he catches burglars who prey on construction sites.
The agenda is to be soft on crime. It's part of this criminal justice reform that is not really reform, it's just political nonsense. And victims, crime victims, they don't matter anymore.
Ogg's office, with the help of soft-on-crime judges, routinely let loose folks who have the nerve to invade our homes and companies to steal our stuff.
This is like open season.
It is.
Dolcefino Consulting has now done what no one else has. We've dug deep into all those numbers. 718 burglary cases where the suspect was caught red-handed, but not sent to jail. Whatever happened to that no mercy for burglars pledge? Ogg's campaign promise. Here it is in black and white. I remember that no mercy pledge because I wrote the words on that very press release. Dolcefino Consulting helped Kim Ogg win election as the Harris County District Attorney. And she's broken her promises. And we plan to hold her accountable in the months ahead.
It's honestly like a slap in the face to the public and everybody else.
They're not just numbers to this young woman. One of those burglars who got a sweet deal murdered her brother last February. Reginald Larry was gunned down at his neighborhood corner store on the way to Sunday family dinner.
He was on his way to his grandmother's for dinner when he was shot. And this is the man right here charged with the murder, Gerald Washington.
It's scarred. Like my mom, she haven't been back to work. She lays in the bed pretty much all day, or she sit on the porch. It's just like she just can't get it together with that being her first son and everything.
Gerald Washington is now on the run, but he's left a 7-year-long, very bloody trail that exposes the consequences of being soft on crime.
Should anyone with a violent history ever get deferred?
No, it should never be on the table at all.
March 2013, Washington jail for his first violent assault. Months later, he's jailed after threatening to kill his girlfriend. In a 6-month period, Washington was charged with 2 burglaries in Harris County, another in Fort Bend. Instead, Washington is given a chance to wipe the convictions off his record. He did not deserve it. The following October, Gerald Washington was charged with his first known deadly crime.
Switching gears now, we have some breaking news from Southwest Houston where homicide investigators are in a neighborhood where 3 women have been shot, one of them killed.
When you're on deferred, another crime is supposed to be a deal breaker. But Kim Ogg's office failed to file the motion to adjudicate the guilt in Washington's case and try and get him off the streets. Democratic Judge Ramona Franklin let Washington post bond instead. So he was free to kill again. And you know what? He did.
Do you believe the district attorney in this case has blood on her hands?
Yes. Right along with the judge that granted him deferred adjudication. Honestly, I feel like the DA and the judge and everybody else that had their hands in this played a big part in it, because if this man was not let out of jail, my brother would be here. I honestly believe that.
Joshua Bourgeois was given deferred adjudication after being busted for burglarizing his girlfriend's place after he beat her up. 2 other felonies dismissed in that deal.
25-year-old Joshua Bourgeois is charged with murder tonight.
Look what happened. Bourgeois is now charged with murder after dumping another girlfriend's body at a Katy Freeway gas station.
Do you think we've gotten too soft on crime?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Because they're not keeping them in jail and because they're not sending them to prison, they're killing people.
Want more evidence Ogg's soft on crime approach threatens your family? We looked at all 718 cases where burglars got a chance to wipe away evidence of their crime since Kim Ogg took office. In 44.1% of the cases, that's nearly half, crooks have already gone on to commit more crime or violate the terms of their deal. 306 different bad guys. That should scare the hell out of anyone who calls Houston home.
Instead of just giving this criminal more and more opportunities to get out and do the same crime or more violent crime.
Want to know how silly the Harris County criminal justice system is becoming? Michael Lyons first got busted in 1975. He's been sentenced to jail at least a dozen times. Records from the Harris County District Clerk show he's been convicted of, wait for it, 13 separate felonies, a registered sex offender with 6 convictions for burglary. In December of 2018, Lyons gets busted again. What a shock, for burglarizing Stonecast, a company in Northwest Houston. While out on bond, he gets busted again for another burglary. Guess what? No jail time. Kim Ogg's office did argue for jail, but a fellow Democrat named Judge Hillary Unger gave Lyons another chance. Really? Kim Ogg campaign is a champion of crime victims.
Houston has the highest burglary rate in the country. I have a strategic plan to help small business victims and reduce burglaries.
Made headlines exposing the mistreatment of a rape victim by the former DA. Now Kim Ogg faces the consequences of her broken promise. Whatever happened to no mercy for burglars?
I pray that they get somebody in office that will actually do their job and to do it the right way to keep these criminals off the street.
I have a strategic plan to help small business victims and reduce burglaries.
Sure she did. Now we've got her record. My advice? Lock your doors.